Over a year ago, I showed you headphones that had no equal in terms of high quality at a really low price. They were the QCY T13 active noise cancellation. Even today, I still use their even cheaper version without noise cancellation. These headphones cost about 60 zlotys, and even after several months, they still sound very good. Additionally, I haven't noticed any decrease in battery life. Another advantage is that they even have a gaming mode. So when QCY offered to send me their latest model for testing, I just asked if I could check out all three colors. Well, here they are. The previous model of their headphones was successful and affordable, but the MeloBuds Pro, as expected from anything labeled Pro, are significantly pricier. Yes, they do support the low-latency audio codec, which is only available in top products, but are they still worth the higher price? We'll find out today. This is Pavel, and you're watching Tech Maniac HD. Let's get started. I assume most of you would choose black or white, but this beige gold one is interesting enough that we'll be unboxing this color version first. The headphones are secured, but we'll examine them closely in a moment. Under the insert, there's a manual in Chinese and English. In the accessory box, we'll find a short USB-C cable and 2 extra pairs of silicone tips. The gold ones make a really good impression, but I have to admit they're not for everyone. The mirrored lid will catch everyone's attention just as much as it attracts fingerprints. Wiping removes fingerprints, but touching the surface again leaves new ones. Luckily, this issue doesn't impact the black or white ones, though they're not simply pure black or white to be exact. This color is better described as pearl white, which is clearly distinct from the shade used on the T13 model. The black ones are similar. They appear black on the packaging, but are actually a dark metallic gray. In my opinion, that's a big plus, and this shade matches many modern devices. The case is shaped like a bar of soap, and if we compare it to last year's model, we'll notice that the MeloBuds Pro are smaller in every dimension. The manufacturer states that the MeloBuds Pro headphones play for up to 8.5 hours, while the older ones last up to 8 hours. But with the case, the newer ones actually work for a shorter time, 34 hours versus 40, and the smaller case might have a direct impact on that. I realize that technical specifications aren't super exciting for everyone, but I assure you, these ones will catch your interest. Let's start with the most important thing. I'm talking, of course, about low-latency audio codec. It's an encoding technology developed by Sony that allows you to transmit the highest quality sound over Bluetooth. It allows you to transmit audio at up to 32 bits, 96 kHz, with a bit rate of up to 990 kilobits per second. A higher bitrate means less compression, and therefore the loss of quality is lower or even non-existent because the limitation may actually be the quality of the files we're playing. Spotify in the free version offers up to 160 kilobits per second. The premium version allows for 320, and that's already a jump compared to cheaper headphones, which max out at 250 kilobit advanced audio coding. YouTube Music normally streams at 128 kilobits. If you manually change the settings to always high, the stream goes up to 256. But these two platforms are far from showing what the low-latency audio codec is really capable of. For this purpose, it's worth reaching for your own library encoded, for example, in free lossless audio codec format or using the Tidal platform. Here, the threshold starts at 320 kilobits per second. Then we have high quality at 16 bits and maximum up to 24 bits with much higher data transmission. Only something like this will allow us to enjoy the full sound quality that these headphones are capable of delivering. The MeloBuds Pro model works with Bluetooth 5.3, but don't worry, the headphones are compatible with all older versions of Bluetooth and with older, less advanced codecs such as subband codec or advanced audio coding. A high-quality codec is one thing, but the drivers themselves also have to be at an equally high level, which is why the manufacturer used huge, at least by in-ear headphone standards, 12mm drivers. They are made from a material called biodiaphragm, which is characterized by a delicate fiber structure, allowing for better sound control and greater precision when reproducing music. They also have built-in proximity sensors. If you take one out of your ear, playback is paused, and when you put it back in, it resumes. Some people find this feature convenient, while others find it annoying. That's why, if we want, we can turn it off in the app. The headphones can pair with 2 devices simultaneously, such as a smartphone and a tablet or laptop. With this feature, you can play on your computer, but when someone calls, the sound switches to your phone. I really like it. However, multi-point connection cannot work simultaneously with the low-latency audio codec, so it's either one or the other. MeloBuds Pro have an ingress protection 5 rating, which means they're resistant to rain, sweat and splashes, but submerging them in water could damage them. It's worth mentioning that when you use only one earbud, mono mode turns on automatically. The low latency audio codec and the adaptive hybrid active noise cancellation mode are the two biggest advantages of these earbuds. An effectiveness level of 46 decibels is a very good indicator, but I noticed that they don't whistle as much outdoors as most others do. Well, this happens because the microphone responsible for ambient sound isn't exposed like it is in other earbuds. It's placed at the back, and although it picks up the sound well, which is later supposed to be filtered out, the fact that the ear itself shields it from the strongest wind means that the occurrence of unwanted sounds, whistles, or noise is minimized here. But it still occurs. However, it's the app that allows for deeper management of these settings, including even the option to exclude wind. Let's take a look at these settings. We'll take a closer look at the app in a moment, but for now, let's focus only on managing the noise reduction modes. Normal means completely off. If we turn on transparency mode, a slider will appear below. We'll set the level on it from 1 to 6. The higher the level, the more we hear our surroundings, to the point that level 6 lets us hear everything around us much better than without the headphones. You could call it Superman mode or nosy neighbor mode, whatever you prefer. Enabling voice enhancement hides the adjustments and specifically focuses on amplifying the human voice, not everything around you. Moving on to active noise cancellation on the left, there's the adaptive mode, which adjusts the strength according to the current environmental conditions. However, the default mode here is the indoor mode, which was designed for quiet environments. You'll notice that this mode allows for 3 more levels of adjustment: low, medium, and high. The third mode is called Commute, designed for noisy means of transportation. This mode also allows you to adjust the strength at 3 levels. After scrolling through the list, we will also find a mode for noisy environments, also with 3 adjustment levels, as well as a setting specifically for wind. This one only has 1 level, but in fact, this mode allows the headphones to work much better in the wind than any other active noise cancellation I've tested so far. So I tested the mode called Commute here, simulating the rumble of a train and the noise of airplane engines. I have to admit, they reduce the vast majority of unwanted background noise. We control the headphones using touch, but as you've already noticed with active noise cancellation, we don't have control over all the functions here. That's why the QCY app is an essential addition to the functionality. On the first page, we can see information that they're currently connected via the low latency audio codec. The battery level of each earbud is also displayed here. On the second tab, there's the spatial sound mode and 6 built-in graphic equalizer presets, and if we want, we can manually adjust each of them and of course save them. The equalizer ranges from 31 Hz to 16 kHz and is divided into 10 bands. Very few software supports this, but we can also adjust the balance between the left and right ear cup. I hope none of you will ever need this, but due to illness, infection, fireworks, or various other circumstances, some people suffer from reduced hearing volume in one ear. It may seem like a small thing, but I really appreciate this feature in the app. However, the real fun only begins with the third tab. Here we can adjust the default touch setting. As shown, a single tap has no effect. Double tap, pause, resume, triple tap, activate assistant, skip to next track. For example, I would like to change the single tap to control the volume, for instance. Down and up, perfect. The double tap actually works for me, but if we want to change it to next and previous track, of course we can do that as well. However, what we can't change here is the default action for a long press. So, the left earbud turns gaming mode on and off, while the right one manages the active noise cancellation mode. Moving on to the next available options here, this one is used to change the notification volume. A bit further down we can manage the wear detection option, and this is a really clever setting that I actually appreciate quite a lot. First of all, as we know, active noise cancellation consumes extra energy, so it can be turned off when we take one of the earbuds out of our ear. I also appreciate that the manufacturer allows further customization of this option. Playback can be paused when we take one of the earbuds out and resumed as soon as we put it back in. We can change this option to just pausing without automatic resuming, or set it so that playback is paused only when both earbuds are taken out. The choice is yours. The app also allows you to schedule the headphones to turn off, for example, if you like falling asleep with music. This setting goes hand in hand with the sleep mode, which disables the touch functions. If you tend to put your headphones down without putting them in the case, you'll definitely be glad that the manufacturer added an option called disconnect and power off. Let's say 5 minutes after you put the headphones down, they will automatically turn off to save energy. Further down, we can disable the low latency audio codec and activate the feature to connect to 2 devices simultaneously. What I require from every pair of headphones is a gaming mode, and it's not even about gaming itself, but simply the fact that I can't tolerate too much audio delay compared to the video I'm watching. It doesn't matter when listening to music, but if you're watching YouTube or a movie, then yes, it makes a huge difference. Then you just need to turn on gaming mode and it's so much better. Below, there's also an option for updating the headphones firmware and for locating them. If we've misplaced the headphones somewhere, this feature will make them easier to find. As long as we're within Bluetooth range, a sound will play in the headphones. At home, it's definitely audible, but if the headphones fell somewhere in deep grass by the street, it's possible we'll have to wait until the traffic dies down. Otherwise, it'll really be hard to hear them. As for comfort, I can't say a bad word about it. Even after hours of use, the headphones remain comfortable and secure in your ear without causing fatigue. During strength training or running, they stay perfectly stable in place. Thanks to the large 12mm drivers, the sound reproduced by these headphones is truly impressive. The bass is strong, and even at higher volumes, it remains deep and doesn't buzz. The midtones are clear, and the highs are detailed without any annoying distortions. Overall, the soundstage is dynamic and well-defined. Listening to music, movies, or gaming is one thing, but we often need to talk through the headphones too. So, what is the quality of the built-in microphones? Well, this entire segment is being recorded simultaneously on a professional Rode set that costs about 2,000 zlotys and on the earbud that's in my right ear. Do you hear a significant difference? Write in the comments below which microphone you think simply sounds better. Now let's talk about less sweet topics. Although I really like the way the box opens. After all, the movement is very satisfying, but still, it could open wider by about another 45 degrees. The earbuds' rounded shapes make them hard to grab from the top, causing them to slip out. We actually have to stick our fingers into this lid, and as you know, the thicker they are, the harder it gets. I figured out that it's best to pull them out from the side, from one and then the other. At first, I also had trouble opening the box with one hand. Here again, the huge lid makes this procedure difficult, but I managed to find an effective and comfortable grip that allows for quick opening and doesn't require 2 hands. I also regret the lack of quick charging. 10 minutes in the case provides an hour of use. It's not terrible, but of course it could be better. If you watch this material carefully, you know very well that there are really a lot of advantages here. Starting with interesting or more interesting than it might initially seem. Color versions, a neat design, decent battery life, but above all an incredibly low price in relation to the sound quality as well as the product itself. Low latency audio codec, high-res wireless audio certification, and very good active noise cancellation strongly speak in favor of MeloBuds Pro. So if you ask whether it's worth buying them, the answer seems very simple. Yes, it is. At the time of making this video, I saw them priced at 150 zlotys on AliExpress and just under 200 zlotys in Polish stores. The links to Ali and Keneo are in the description, as always. Check if the prices have dropped further, as QCY provides high quality at affordable rates, which is what we're looking for. Okay, but what if you don't need the 990 kilobit low latency audio codec and advanced audio coding is enough for you? Then I can recommend you the T13 model, which also has active noise cancellation. With free shipping, it costs 87 zlotys, which is much less. Besides low latency audio codec, the T13 headphones also lack the function of connecting to 2 devices at the same time. If you're interested, I encourage you to check out this material as well. The link is in the description.